he's the one who ends up ultimately winning the battle. So I guess it becomes.
What's the worst decision I can make here? Another beautiful Sunday, another day for my Texans to absolutely embarrass me. Now, we're not going to talk about the Texans versus the Broncos because it has nothing to do with what we got going on, and I am depressed. But what we will talk about is the other full slate of Sunday games. Typically, I do a 1 o'clock and a 4 o'clock review. I got to be honest with you, dog, I'm tired. I've been traveling these last 2 weekends. That's why y'all had pre-recorded videos going out. I cannot, first off, thank y'all enough for supporting the videos while I've been gone. We are backed and locked in, so we're going to be doing some regular NFL stuff. Obviously, with the Browns away, there's not a big drama for us to follow, so we got to get into some foosball. And on this Sunday, a lot of entertaining things happen. Now, again, the Texans-Broncos game, that didn't happen. Don't even worry about it, dog. First off, hope CJ Stroud is great. He is in what's called concussion protocol, so we'll see how that works. Now, Bears versus Bengals. How about Joe Felicity? Huh? How about Joe, I'm actually 22 years old, even though I'm about to be 41 years old. Flacco throwing for 470 yards, 4 touchdowns. How about it? How about have a nice day at the office and still lose to the Bears? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing it and how we're doing it or how long we're going to be doing it. But, man, it is really fun to watch Joe Flacco throw to these amazing wide receivers. It's even more painful watching how awful this Bengals defense can be. Like, they're trying to allow the other team to score points. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. Last minute touchdown to Colston Loveland. That's a crazy name, Colston Loveland. That boy got some names. Anyway, the Bears topple the Bengals, and Joe Flacco, our sweet prince, has to take another L. But somehow the Browns still lose. Because you're telling me Joe Flacco with a good defense couldn't have been. Oh, maybe if only he played for a team that had a good defense. I don't know, maybe one of the best in the nation in Ohio. That wears the color orange. Not important. Vikings versus Lions. Vikings get a great dub. Great dub. Right? Now, I don't know how I feel about JJ McCarthy. Was it like Paul McCartney? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about JJ. I was a big JJ hater, mostly because that was supposed to be the Texas Longhorns national championship. It's all supposed to be Longhorns. But that's the point. In all seriousness, he looked decent. He looked okay. He looked like a second-year player that is trying to figure some things out. And, I do have to say congratulations to the Vikings for being released from Carson Wentz from Carson Wentz football, because that is an experience, ladies and gentlemen. And Carson Wentz went out there every play like he wanted to die. And I don't think that's the best thing to do. But yeah, Vikings get a big dub. Big dub. Now, Panthers versus Packers. I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't care what any of the scores we see for the rest of the day. Panthers, Packers, most entertaining. Now, stay with me. Most entertaining game of this week, of this Sunday. We'll review it. We'll talk about it. We'll yap about it, and I'll show you why. Jordan Love, 26 for 37, 273, and 1 terrible interception. Another throw that should have been an interception. He's playing bad hoops right now. It's bad bees, bad ball right now. Now, this boy, Rico Dowdle, that boy going crazy. That boy going real crazy. A little too crazy now. Y'all better watch out for him. Chargers, Titans, man, it's looking real bleak for the Titans. It's looking real bleak for the Titans. Justin Herbert led in rushing yards. I didn't watch this game. I gotta be honest with you. What did Taylor Lewan or some dude on Barstool was like, hey man, I don't even want to watch the Titans anymore. I ain't got nothing negative to say. I don't even want to watch it. I agree. I don't even want to see these. I don't want to see Cam Ward throw amazing 80-yard bombs to nobody and to people who aren't going to catch or aren't going to block or aren't going to give a flying fuck. Like it's just not. It's not great hoops, but the Chargers survive against their attempted second win for the Titans. Looks like they're going to have a nice pick in this draft. Now, y'all know, if you don't know now, I'm going to let you know. I'm about to inform you. I live in Georgia, even though I'm a Texans fan. I've got a soft spot for all the Falcons fans that are my friends, that I grew up with throughout school. I've seen the trials and tribulations of being a Falcons fan. You can't do anything but respect and want them to have some happiness. But it's not going to happen from the Falcons, because another embarrassing way to lose. Now, I often talk about Browns losing football games, and I want y'all to know that the Browns aren't the only embarrassing team in the NFL. Oh, no. The Falcons do it at there's levels. The Browns are like every other day. Games you should win, you lose them. Games that you had no business being in for some reason. Hey, you almost won, you lose those. Like it's a very miserable losing. The Falcons, now they do something different. They do high level losing, right? So imagine having historical plays, historical games. I don't know, being up 28-3 versus a certain team and a certain superb owl and not getting the job done and finding amazing historical ways to lose. Like the Browns lose and they're great at losing. They lose games they're not supposed to. They can Browns it up. The Falcons do it at just it's an art. You know what I mean? It's the quality of the loss. You know what I'm saying? It's a high loss quality that the Falcons know what to do. They missed the extra point to not tie this and allowed Drake May and the Patriots to escape. Drake London had 9 receptions for 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. No, sorry, don't win. Sorry about it. I know a 6'4" freak of nature had 100 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. Sorry about it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We can't hit a field goal. Like I really do. Browns fans, I want y'all to know, you better look at the Falcons record before feeling sad. Because they are great at doing just this. 49ers versus Giants, man. Look, man, Jackson Dart can't save you, Brian Daboll, and that makes me really happy because I am not a Jackson Dart hater, even though I was wrong about Jackson Dart. That boy nice. That boy's good. That boy is figuring it out, and I think he's gonna be a good football player. But you know who isn't good at football? Brian Daboll. and that whole entire Giants front office that's probably about to get shipped off because y'all can't win games, winnable games, games where your rookie quarterback puts up a good fight, but people are dropping his passes, games where your top-rated defense, the highlight of your team is getting embarrassed, is getting trucked by Brian Robinson, is getting dog-walked by CMC, who went just a classic CMC day, 67 yards receiving, 106 on the ground. Isn't he like 37 years old? Y'all allowed him to do that? Jesus Christ. All right. Danny Dimes, the original Indiana Jones, has returned 31 for 50, 342 and 1 touchdown. This is how the Steelers always have a winning record. They win these disgusting games. They win games where teams piss down their leg, let balls hit them in the chest and roll into the end zone for touchdowns. Like that. This is a real Steelers victory. They only need about 3-4 more of those, and we only got 9 games left in the season for Mike Tomlin just to kick his feet up and say, "Hey, winning season. That's all you need, man. That's Mike Tomlin gonna get you that." Nothing else, but he gonna get you that. I'll tell you that. Jaguars versus Raiders, and if I could say, this was probably the most embarrassing football game I've ever watched in a long time. Obviously, Raiders can't get the job done, can't finish the 2-point conversion to send the Jaguars home. The Jaguars are the most 3-5, 5-3 team I've ever seen. Like their record betrays them. If you watch the football they play. My God. Oh, yeah, speaking of my God, Brock Bowers, 12 receptions, 127 yards, 3 of them things. Not a bad day at the office. Geno Smith can't go a day without throwing an interception. Geno Smith will throw an interception to spite a good performance. 29 for 39, 284, 4 touchdowns. Not bad if you didn't throw just an abysmal interception. If you didn't throw an abysmal interception. And T-Law, yes, you threw an awful interception too. It was just awful. Besides Brock Bowers, I don't think anybody wanted to play real football in this game. But it was good to see. And Brock Bowers, they're gonna give you a defensive end contract when you go to sign. I'm telling you. Saints versus Rams. How Matt Stafford? Whose spine did you steal? Like, is Matt Stafford? Are we sure he's not just Shang Tsung? We at the beginning of the year, Matt Stafford was walking out of like, what's the thing in Dragon Ball Z? The time chamber. Like he was in the parabolic time chamber. He couldn't even walk. He was on crutches because of his back. We thought he was gonna retire. I thought he was gonna retire. He's throwing no-look digs to Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, 2 touchdowns of the day. Puka Nacua, another touchdown, 95 reception yards. Them Rams, the Rams have got to just quietly just skirt past people. And look, because, it's just the Saints. Oh, yeah, y'all gonna be, it's just, and y'all gonna look up. The Rams are going to be 10-2, and everybody's going to be like, whoa, how did they win the NFC West? Yeah, it's going to happen. This old motherfucker that been slinging it, he's been slinging irons since I've been in middle school, since before then. Oh, yeah, he got a bone to pick with y'all. He looked like he ready for another superb owl. Now, speaking of superb owl matchups, that will never happen. Speaking of regular season matchups that go the same way every single time. The Chiefs and the Bills. And no, I didn't watch the Chiefs and the Bills. I didn't watch this game. I watched a few pieces and slices and vices. What I could see and what I could surmise, same old Chiefs, same old Bills. I don't know what to tell you. Look, yeah, I didn't need to watch this game. I know what's going to happen. The Bills are going to beat the Chiefs regular season. I'll see ya in, not December. I'll see you in January. We'll see what January brings us. Hope not an overtime loss to the Chiefs, because that's really what you're good at. Old Josh Allen. Now, I do want to speak about a few things. I told you that Packers Carolina game was the most entertaining game, and it's not because of the football. Oh, no, you saw the score. It had nothing to do with that. It did, however, had to do with other types of balls infiltrating, infecting, coming on to the league. And I just want you to know, they're getting millions of dollars to do this. They got paid millions of dollars. Hey, great hustle. Hey, Coker, that's how you win football games right there. Great hustle. I like that. I like the pep that he put in his step with that. Get this garbage off my field. And look at this. I didn't know the Green Bay Packers had a designated beach volleyball popper. I mean, just get right to business. Bare hands. He's part grizzly bear. Get that trash out of my league. I like to see that. Speaking of trash, can I introduce you to Jordan Love? Because, man, oh, man, he plays some Carson Wentz-like football, right? When I talk about a gunslinger, you talk about someone who likes to take chances, who likes to, attack some one-on-ones. Give your guy a chance and do some riskier things, right? I don't know what enough Jordan Love was thinking, but he ain't giving nobody no chances with this. So, you're running around town. Right, you got somebody. First off, holy Jesus! Look, if I had to block Derek Brown, I would hold him too. I mean, godly, they're doing everything he can. Hey, get up off me. He's 6'5", 320 pounds. You don't want them problems. How about Nick Scorton? This motherfucker can run a 4.40. I don't think it's a 4.4, but he athletic as shit. All right. How about him beelining towards you? Oh, he don't like that neither. Oh, I gotta go back. Well, how about I just make one of the worst decisions? Look at this. He has squared his body to the, and maybe no one's open, but he squared his body. It's 4th and 8. Still, you got some time to throw this ball. You got a little more. You still have time to throw this ball. But he goes. It has to be. He had to think about, what's the worst decision I can make here? Because there's no other way that this ends in this. Now, and what I'm about to show you next, it really shows how entertaining this game was. It's not just about terrible plays from one man. No. It's about terrible plays from a lot of people. They get paid millions! Millions of dollars, ladies and gentlemen. Millions of doubloons, lots of pennies, all types of legal tender. He needs to be cut. I'm sorry. I get that they won. I get it. You don't throw some goofy ass Looney Tunes shit like this. Who was he aiming at? What did he see? I want to see what he saw. What on God's green earth did you see? You saw green. That's what you saw. You saw a green patch of grass and thought, everything gonna be all right. And then this doofus, the easiest pick of your career, too. Yeah. Y'all are mid. Now, this is where it gets a little serious for me. You know what I'm saying? As someone who watched a lot of Key and Peele growing up, right? Who is locked in with the rules of the NFL. This is an absolute embarrassment. So we all know the rule. The 2-pump rule, clearly stated and obvious in the rule book of the National Football League. It reads that a touchdown scorer can get 2 and no more than 2 pumps when celebrating a touchdown. Now, let's look at this film here, because he got flagged for this. Now, 2, he's alerting 2. He's already told the referees, hey guys, I'm going to stay in regulation pump area. I'm giving you 2 of them, all right? Now, 2 pumps, hits 1. Now, some people might point out that there is a large gentleman right here. Wait. A large gentleman right here who also gave a pump. Does that, hey, Tings, does that count as 2 pumps? Is that a double pump? No, you're wrong. In the rule book, it specifically says the touchdown scorer gets no more than 2 pumps. So, touchdown scorer, Rico Dowdle, who went for 100 yards, few more of them things, crazy, new running back 1 in Carolina, looking pretty spicy. Shout out Jay Fleazy. He had a big catch. They brought it back because of a penalty. He goes for his second pump. This is in regulation. Roger Goodell, why did this man get flagged? Why did this man get flagged for a regulation pump? 2 pumps. I'm tired of it. Until we get this handled, I'm not watching the National Football League anymore. Y'all are disrespecting the game and disrespecting the rules. 2 pumps has been kosher since I've been watching football. Ridiculous. I'm sorry I had to get that passionate. I'm very passionate about my pumps and balls. But anyway, let's wrap this up. Great little slate of football. Again, typically, if you're new here, I do a 1 o'clock and a 4 o'clock. I was driving all day today. Well, not all day, but I was driving a good portion today. I'm tired. Had a long weekend. I have work in the morning. I mean, I got to act like a real adult. But fun football, man. Fun time. I really appreciate y'all. Cannot thank y'all enough for supporting. Obviously, as y'all know, y'all were getting some pre-recorded stuff over the weekend. I have been traveling these last 2 weekends, so the content is a little... I can't be as reactive on the weekend, obviously, because there's, I'm running around doing stuff. I am back and locked in. We got 1 more week before the Browns play again. Obviously, the watch-alongs are going to be back with a vengeance, so don't you worry about that. And then we're going to have plenty of videos this week of different types of content. And on top of that, shout out to my amazing audience members who are blowing me up. We made the call, me and G. Bush. Yep, it's happening. It's happening. I'm not going to tell you when it's happening, but if you a G. Bush supporter, you should be there and be square and not miss anything. Because if you a G. Bush and a Ting supporter and you watch all that G. Bush content, you going to randomly see a Tings pop up. And you're going to be like, oh, dang, that's crazy. He said it was going to happen. Now it's happening. Now we here. And you're going to be like, wow, my mind's blown. Come back to this video and say, wow, my mind's blown. But right now, in this present moment, I need you to comment down below what kind of content you want to see. I am going to be doing plenty of Arch Manning content. Shout out to my boys in the bye. But we're also going to be doing some rookie reviews. Somebody asked for that as well. Just team reviews, different things like that. So there's certain types of content you want to see. Let me know down below. Please wish Travis Hunter a speedy recovery from being on IR. He has to be out for at least 4 weeks, so we won't be talking about him. We'll talk about some Cam Wars and different things like that. But if there's anything specific you want to see, let me know down below in the comment. Thank y'all so much for rocking and watching with me. Y'all be great. We'll see you next time. Peace.